Jim here from Remick Museum and Farm, and as you can see, I'm on the move here on the farm, and a lot of our animals have been on the move as well. So I figured we'd kind of jump on over to the other side of the road and see where some of our animals move around to. We have to keep moving things around, especially this year with the bit of a drought we're having right now. We gotta make sure that they're getting plenty of food, but also sometimes plan some brush removal and things like that with the help of our animals. So let's see who's over here and some other different places on the farm, because everyone's kind of pretty constantly moving. So let's take a look. Well, over on this side of the farm, it's looking a bit like an implement show. We've got some of the hay mowers and rakes and things, and also over here is a temporary fence we've got set up for our first animals on the move, our being goats. And you can see these are the yearlings, the kids that were born last year. Ember's leading the way, and they are currently on brush detail. Fortunately, goats are pretty notoriously known for how much they eat and different things that they eat, and it's good for them to have fresh forage and be able to browse, and it helps us keep some of the brush areas down. And they're pretty happy with all the green things to eat and the rocks to climb on, and it's just a nice place for them to be. Next to our temporary fence, we've got some exciting new fence. So we've kind of created another new pasture area, and some of our cows that were born last year get to browse over here. So here's one of our Jersey calves that was born last year. And during this time, we have been able to get some things built that might not otherwise have been possible. So new fences all around. So the farm team just got done dropping off some fresh water over at the pig pasture, which means it's probably wallowing time. We got to make sure that our pigs are able to stay cool, shady area, which they have plenty of in this pasture, but also a nice area of water so they can wallow and stay cool. They don't quite have the ability to regulate their body temperature like some other mammals do. And really important to have all that fresh water either via a tub for drinking or the pit for wallowing, although she tends to mix up the two a little bit. Now it's also weaning time. The piglets are a bit more independent. They're eating and drinking on their own and running and having fun, so it is now time for them to be separated for just a bit so that we can monitor the health of the piglets and the mother. And then here in a short amount of time, the piglets will return to the pasture, and they'll be grazing out here on all of this lush green forage. Also being weaned are the goat kids. So the moms are out here in the paddock, and they had been just coming out at night and being separated for a small amount of time, but now they are going to be separated for all day for the time being until that process is complete. This can be a bit stressful, so that's part of the reason that we take our time with it and incrementally move up the weaning time. And we do want to monitor both the goats and their kids very closely to make sure they're not getting too stressed and they're eating well and all these things are happening. So fortunately, the paddock and their little pen and outside space here are pretty close, so they can still hear and see each other. So that hopefully also reduces some of the stress during this yearly process. And we've been having, and we'll continue to have, a couple new Hereford calves, and they are on the move over to the shade tree on this hot day. And I think here in the short term we'll do a feature video on our beef herd. But for today, they're just kind of enjoying the sun and shade. Hopefully we'll get some of that rain so their pasture can get even more lively and they don't have to rely quite as much on the hay bales. And with our other sow out to pasture and awaiting the re-arrival of her piglets, we've got space for next litter. So this sow is due very soon, and hopefully she'll have a healthy litter of piglets. So that's our video for the week. Hope everyone had a nice trip along with me to the other side of the farm and to some of our other places on the farm. I'm over here at the old horse barn closing out, and another hot day here this week. Hopefully we get some rain soon. We really need it for this drought we're up approaching. But hopefully there's some storms in the forecast here the next couple days, and hopefully we get a little bit of that. Looking forward to it. If you're following along on YouTube, make sure you give us a like and subscribe. And if you're following along on Facebook, you can like and share as well. Hopefully, again, everyone's doing well, enjoying the sun, maybe hopefully staying cool. And I'll see you again next week, and hopefully right here on the farm real soon. Bye.